Hi guys, welcome to the new video. In this video, we'll be covering service management functionality through the Hypothesisbase Shell. We'll be covering common workflows defined here. This is a longer, more detailed tutorial, so be sure to check the timestamp for quick navigation in the video description below. So let's jump in. My VM is hosted here, so it is an Ubuntu VM. So I'm logged into the VM. So we'll be going through the steps now. So first, let's start with deploy step. So if we go to the deploy script, we can see that it's scheduled for once. So we are stopping the web servers, we are deleting the web servers, and then we are copying the web server files remotely from my machine to the Ubuntu machine. Then we are creating an on-boot service for the web service 1, normal service for the web service 2, and then we are starting the services. So let's go ahead and check this out. So before we run this command, we'll go through what's inside my web server files. So the web server 1 file is a simple web server file. Yes, you can check that it's a simple HTML page. The web server file is basically to start the web server, and then the same goes with the second web server. Let's go ahead and run this. Yeah, and let's go through the output. Web server 1 stopped, web server 2 stopped, server 1 deleted, server 2 deleted. Yep, remote copying output, it copied successfully. The same goes with the web server 2. Uh, Service creation, yes, on-boot service created for web service 1, service created for web service 2, and then web server 1 is started, 2 is started. So we'll check the status before we check it in the browser if it's working or not. Both are running fine. I'll go to the browser and see if it's running fine. This is loaded. Web server 2, this is also working fine. Just to be sure I've reloaded the pages. Yep. So we'll go back and continue with the video. So the next step is to stop and check the status. If we go to the status file, sorry, if I were to go through it before, now you can see that it's basically we are just checking the status of the services. If we go to the stop file, we are just stopping the services. We go to the reboot file, we are just rebooting and waiting for 160 seconds for the server to come back up. And then yes, let's start with it. So let's stop the services. Both servers stopped. Like, let's check the status of the services. Both services are dead. So we'll go back and check. So we have to wait until the page timeouts because it's sending the request, and it should, since it's not responding, the page will only load when the timeout happens. Problem loading the page. Can't establish connection with the server. Yes. So this is working fine. Okay. So we'll go to the next step. So we'll redeploy the collector. Services are not running, and then we have deleted the services, then we have copied the files, and the services are started. So we'll check the status before we move on. So both are running fine. Let me reload the tabs and see if they are working fine. Yes, they are working fine. We'll reboot and check the status. Just copying the command, pasting it. The connection closed. The system will reboot now. We'll also start an SSH session so that when I get back, when the reboot is finished, I'll have the console access too. Let me just wait for the reboot to finish. So after rebooting, 8011 port server should be working fine, and the server which is running on 8022 port shouldn't be working fine. The reason being, we have created an onboard service for the server 1 and a normal service for the server 2. Okay. Let's see if the reboot is finished. Let me retry. Oh, yep. Successfully authenticated. Reboot success after 45 seconds. Okay, I'll just go to the browser and check if it's working fine. 8011 is working fine. I've reloaded 80222. Yep, so it's working as expected. We'll move on to the next step. Yep. Okay, so we'll go to the next step. Uh, we'll just deploy it. We'll just update and deploy. Okay, so we'll just update the files. Simple work page 1. Just add updated, and the same goes with the other server. Yeah, and we'll just deploy it once again and check. We'll check the status. Let's see if both the servers are running. Yeah, both are running fine. I'll just reload the tab. You can see that it's updated. Yes. Uh, that's it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.